What's good, people? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, please do subscribe down below, smash the like, hit the bell. Those things help out a lot. YouTube doesn't notify people when we upload, so just make sure you hit that bell, guys. That bell is where it's at. Anyway, guys, today we got a dope episode for you. It's all about micro growing great flower in tiny spaces. Are you worried that you don't have the space to grow great flower? Well, don't, because with micro growing you can grow superb flower in the smallest of spaces. The new trend of micro growing is actually challenging the norms of how much space it takes to grow great flower at home. Thanks to new and improved gear, especially grow lights and grow boxes, and of course an increase in the knowledge concerning the plant in general, micro growers are able to churn out great harvests in extremely small spaces. So in today's episode, we're going to walk through everything that you need to know about micro growing and set you up to grow great flower in almost any space. And we're going to show you guys on the channel very soon a pretty dope grow box. All in one system, set it and forget it, plug and play straight out the box, and this is going to change the way things happen. Change the game completely for a home grower, especially if you got a lot going on and you need a stealthy setup. So you better look out for that video, because this is a precursor to that video. Now before we get into micro growing, guys, we just want to let you know THC discount code is running on Mars Hydro website, so if you're looking for grow equipment, you can snag anything there to set up your micro grow and use the discount code THC. It works across all products on their website, so definitely check it out. And while we're on discount codes, if you're looking for some dope mycorrhiza, Dynamyco's got you covered, and the discount code THC420 will snag you a nice little discount as well. You can use that on their official website or on Amazon. And guys, don't forget to join the Seed Club if you haven't already. Beans for a whole year. A lot of people have signed up. Links in the description below, and plus you get many other perks as well. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. I don't want you guys to miss out and say I didn't tell you. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Yes, guys, now micro growing is becoming more and more popular for a lot of indoor growers, but first you need to understand the basics of micro growing. Like, what is it? Micro growing is pretty much regular indoor growing, but on a much smaller scale. It's all about producing top shelf flower with all the flavor, aroma, and potency you want, but in confined spaces, like super small spaces. Maybe you got a lot going on, you got a family, you're growing somewhere where it's frowned upon, you got nosy neighbors, who knows? There are a lot of different reasons that people get into micro growing, and just using less space is a big one. Some people set up DIY tents, cupboards, bar fridges, or even like computer CPUs. We had Curtis Crosses on the Talking Loud podcast a few days ago. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. He used speakers back in the day, so a lot of people get really smart with what they use and get really stealthy and inventive. So if you've done any micro growing and done some stealth grows, drop a comment down below and let me know what you used. I'm always interested to find out what you guys do. Some of you guys got some genius ideas and they really are awesome. But aside from all the DIY stuff, some growers just get ready-made stealth grow boxes, and those are awesome. All-in-one setups, plug and play, and they are pretty freaking dope if you ask me. Now the point of a micro grow is to grow in a super small space. To accommodate the lack of space in a micro grow, you'll have to make minor adjustments to your lighting, the ventilation, the strains that you choose to grow, your medium, and even your watering and feeding schedules. So it's a lot of things that you need to think about. But don't worry, we're here to break all that down for you. And like I said, this is a precursor to something really dope that I want to show you guys, but I won't get into that just yet because it's a surprise. But look out for it, so hit that bell down below. But with micro growing, it's really important that you use the right amount of soil or medium, whatever you choose to use. A lot of growers set up their micro grow setups using soil. Hydroponic systems may have more pots, so may need a little bit more space, but not all of them. Not all of them. That's all I'm gonna say. Now either way, the root system is a crucial part of the plant, and its size has great influence on how tall the plant will grow. Most plants tend to occupy the same amount of space below the ground as they do above. So in the micro grow, choosing the right size pot is super important. Different size pots will impact the height of your plants. So that's a tool that you can use to control the height of your plant. For a lot of plants, the height that they'll grow to will vary on their genetics. Also keep in mind the plants grown in smaller containers need to be fed and watered more regularly than plants grown in larger containers with access to more soil. So you might be in there quite often watering and feeding. But you can get smart and set up some bottom feeding systems or some butt chugging systems or whatever you want to do, but there are options. For micro growing, I'd suggest going with slightly smaller pots. But I mean, how big or how small you choose to go with your pots is totally up to you. Just keep in mind that using bigger pots will likely restrict the number of plants you can grow in that space, and those plants may grow a little bigger. So it may not really be a micro grow. But that said, more plants doesn't always mean a bigger micro grow yield, if you get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, guys, let's move on. The light is another big one. For most micro grows, LED lights are perfect. HPS and CMH lights may burn plants just because they produce too much heat for a micro grow. Just think of it. The light is right here, the plant is here. not really great, right? So you don't need a huge light. And if you do get a light that puts out a lot of power, you can turn that dimmer down. A lot of times in a micro grow, you probably won't need to run it at 100% capacity anyway. You also want to properly place that grow light. One common question the micro growers face is, where do I place my grow lights? How far up? How far down? Do I even place it over my plants? I just don't have the space. Well, in traditional indoor grow setups, we all know that we place the main grow light directly above the canopy. But since micro growers are often working with extremely small spaces, that setup may not always be the best option. In smaller vertical spaces like a grow box, a small cupboard, or a furniture piece, or even like a computer tower, you'll usually be better off placing your main grow lights along one or both sides of your plant. This will allow you to grow a bigger canopy, improve light penetration throughout the canopy, and prevent plants from stretching toward the top of your grow space. Sometimes you just can't fit a grow light at the top of that computer tower or kitchen cupboard, so you gotta think of alternative ways to get it in there. Some growers even build two separate grow boxes, one for veg and the other for bloom. In the veg box, you can get away with placing your grow light right above your plant, as light penetration isn't as much of an issue during the veg stage as it is during flower. But in that bloom box, you can put a lot of lights on the side and maybe up at the top as well if it can fit, because light penetration is key during the flower stage, especially when you want to get nice nugs in a micro grow. Now, getting lights and plants into a rectangularly shaped grow box can be a little bit of an issue sometimes. And sometimes you just gotta look at things differently. So I actually have a really funny shaped space downstairs, and I have a 4x2 grow tent that simply couldn't fit in that space because it was too tall. I know the space is super small. Like I said, it's about micro growing sometimes. So I literally flipped the tent on its side, and I got more space and a longer area on top that I can hang my SP3000 on. So sometimes it's just about looking at things differently, eh? I don't know. You guys will see a video on that soon. Look out for it. Now we ran through soil, pots, and lighting. Let's go on to ventilation, because that's key in a micro grow. Now I know, while it may seem like a trivial detail, properly ventilating your micro grow is a must, an absolute freaking must. When working with such a small space, air can quickly become stagnant and start creating a lot of problems for your plants. This is because plants consume CO2 in their environment for photosynthesis. When growing in such small spaces, your plants have very limited access to fresh CO2 or any of that good stuff, which makes proper air ventilation a must for healthy plants. Thankfully, a lot of times ventilating a micro grow space is easy. If you decide to build your own micro grow setup, you'll need to keep your space ventilated, and a lot of people use small outtake fans. Computer fans work well, and while it may not look like much, that tiny fan will do a perfect job at removing old stagnant air from your grow space. If you got enough space in your micro grow, you can even keep a small oscillating fan in there just to keep the air circulating properly around your plants. That also helps to build the stalk and make them nice and strong. For an even better ventilation and air circulation system, I suggest installing a small intake fan at the bottom of your grow setup if you can. An inline and exhaust system will really help to get that air circulating in and out of there. When it comes to micro growing, because you don't want people to know about it, some people also use small carbon filters just to manage the smell of their operation. So that's something you can think about. Now when it comes to a micro grow, watering your plants can be tricky due to the lack of space. If you're building your own grow setup, take that into consideration and leave enough space around the base of your plants so that you can water them easily. Remember that water splashing onto the flowers of your plants can cause fungal issues, so you want to avoid that. If you're growing in a really tiny space where you can't walk around or get a good position over your plants, then make sure you can remove your plants easily so you can water them and you don't make a mess of your tiny grow space. Now with micro grows, training is key, especially if you want to improve those yields. I've seen some growers pull awesome results from some super micro grows. I'm talking top shelf quality, fat nugs, awesome yields. Like, I don't know how they do it, but they've definitely got secrets. But a big one that all of them always say is training. Train. Micro grows usually call for smaller, bushier plants. In order to achieve this kind of structure and to produce decent harvests in small spaces, you want to use some training techniques like low stress training, high stress training, scrogging, defoliation. All those work great. Remember, the goal of any training is to open up your plant and improve light penetration. So you just want to think about that given the lighting in your micro grow setup, because everyone's micro grow setup is different. Now, unless you're growing autos, you need to know when to switch your plants to flower. In general, I'd suggest that you flip your plants to flower once they've grown to half of the height of your grow box. That'll make sure that they've still got enough space to accommodate their pre-flower stretch without getting too close to the top of your box or to your light. Remember, how fast your plants grow is directly related to the amount of light they receive. More light means shorter internodes, while plants grown with less light will stretch, and that means larger space spaces between each node. You may need to play around with the lighting in your microgrow to find the sweet spot for some of your plants. When it comes to microgrowing as well, guys, expect realistic results. As with any grow, it's important to set yourself some realistic expectations regarding the size and quality of your harvest, as well as the amount of time it'll take you to get from seed to harvest. And the cost of setting up your microgrow will vary from grower to grower. And there are a lot of different ways that you can set up a microgrow operation. So if you've done one already, drop a comment down below and let me know what you've used, what sort of light you use, what sort of space you use. Just let me know all about it. I'm down to find out what you guys gotta do. And like I said, stay tuned because we got something awesome to show you guys very, very soon. So smash a like for that, guys. Awesome yields in small spaces. Don't forget to hit the bell. But wait, first, check out this video right here and this video right here. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace, fam.